where the first test, God's first test of faith came for me. And I'll never forget it. It was in the fall. Very beautiful, crisp day, as it can get in Colorado. And I was walking from the kitchen to the living room in a very unsteady gait. And as I'm sure you've heard, this very typical. And my sheer willpower, I remember this like it was yesterday, and my sheer willpower said, oh, I can overcome this, as I was stumbling my way across the floor.
I understand.
And then until willpower had nothing to do with it anymore, I fell flat on my face. And I was paralyzed from the waist down. I could not move. And I remember, just the feeling. Now, this was late afternoon. There was no heat turned on in the house at the time. The horses were outside crying, neighing, come feed me, they were saying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The dogs, as you know, that goes. And so to make a long story short, I just lay there in a puddle of tears because it was terrifying. But I remembered, and I want to just interject this, from a long time ago, because we're going to be talking a little bit more about the man in the white light, who actually I saw for the first time at age 5. And
we'll probably get to that.
We'll
on
get
the
to
next
that in a minute.
Well, on the next program, probably.
Okay,
Because you're
all right,
coming
but
back.
I remembered what this. I remembered the message. What was said, and that was, don't be afraid, because this was the message from the Lord. Because I'm always with you, and I remembered that.
Yes.
And it just sort of took the fear away. But I said at that time, the prayer that I said was, Lord, if this is where you want me to die, if I'm to die of hypothermia here, no help around, nobody nearby, then I accept. I accept. This is I will go quietly, no questions asked. But you want me to live.
That's right. It wasn't your time. To everything there is a time. That's right.
And this was the promise that I made, Margie. I said, Lord, if you want me to live, I will take this word and I will tell anybody who will listen. And I will tell them of the miracles and the miraculous divinity that you have bestowed. With that, I fell asleep. I don't know how. I just did. I woke up an hour later. The paralysis was gone. I stood up, just as straight as could be. I had feeling in my legs. And I started a big fire in the fireplace. I went out and I fed my horses.
Oh, wow. Your doggies?
And the dogs, and all was well with the world. And I remember the eagles soaring overhead, the song of the eagles, and I never forgot that. And I connected that with the prayer because I looked up and I said, Lord, thank you. It is not my time, and I will keep my promise to you, Lord, no matter what. I will tell Margie, anybody who will listen. That was my first miracle.
They're listening.